Hi, it's Pam from My Way to Wonderland, and today I want to talk to you about two different flowers. First one is the red rose, long stem red rose, kind you get in the florist shop when you get like a dozen roses. This is a rose as well. It's called a Rose of Sharon, and these actually grow wild around my property here. Both very pretty flowers. Both smell nice. Both have very different growing conditions. The long stem rose, this is grown in probably a hothouse. Very controlled environment. Its nutrients are all given to them in portion control. The temperature's just right. Growing conditions are just right. Somebody, I'm sure, is coming along and weeding them just right. Everything's just right. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's rose. It's your typical rose, and, it's pretty. And then you have your little Rose of Sharon here. Now, Rose of Sharon, like I said, these grow wild around here. And you got to watch these little buggers, because when they drop and take seeds somewhere, I got to rip them out early because they turn into trees. It's literally a tree. These guys, you got to go to the florist shop. You're paying what, like $20, $30 a dozen or some crap like that. These guys, I got for free. And I can look at them anytime I want. My point is, these, just as pretty, don't have a controlled environment, don't have controlled nutrients and conditions, grow huge, just as pretty. You got to start thinking like a weed. These little buggers don't ask me permission to grow wherever they want to grow. They don't go, "Hey Pam, you mind if we just grow a tree in the middle of your yard so we can mow around me?" Because my priority is to grow. You got to think like that when you're going to when you do your diet and you do your own program. Your priority is you. You're not going to sit there and ask everybody in your family, "Now, is this okay if I go on this diet?" No, they can adapt around you. You have to bloom where you land. Nobody's going to come along and take care of you. Nobody's going to give you your nutrition. You are going to do that. You are going to take care of yourself, just like this little bugger. He didn't ask me permission. Pretty, but didn't ask me permission. What this has to do with much of anything, I've had a lot of emails asking me about strength and adversity, and I got, this is going on with my job, this is going on with my family, this is going on with my health. I know all about that. Back in 2006, I was in the middle of a divorce, found out I had uterine cancer, and I had an issue going on with my son. And I had about 3 things I was all juggling at once. And at first I just kept saying to myself, "How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I can't do this. I can't do this." And then I thought, I got to get the word "can't" out of my vocabulary. And actually, I was gardening one day, and I was looking at weeds, and the weeds just bloom where they land. They'll go into rocks, they'll go into the sidewalk, they'll go into the road, and they will bloom where they land. They don't sit there and cry about how tough they got it or anything like that. They make it work, and that's what you got to do. You got to make it work. And this sun is really driving me nuts. Alright, we can do this. Remember I said unscripted, we ain't gonna worry about that. Alright, where was I? bloom where you land. So when it comes to strength, yeah, you do have it in you. You got to want it bad enough. You're not going to have the perfect conditions ever. It would be nice, but that's called vacation or whatever. That's called artificial environment. You're going to have stuff happen. And honestly, it just makes you stronger. I got through the divorce. I got through my cancer. And my son got through his stuff. And you know what? Nobody died through it. We all got through. You just got to keep looking forward. It's a lot like what I had said to my son at the time. And he's a big driving enthusiast. And that's when I came up with the concept of the rearview mirror. And I said, you know what? It doesn't matter what happened in the past. It doesn't matter. We have to focus on the right here and now. When you were behind that wheel of that car, you're looking forward. You occasionally look in your rearview mirror to see where you've been, how far you come. It's a point of reference. Simply a point of reference. You're looking at your windshield. And I said, you know, what's going to happen if you're constantly staring in the rearview mirror? And he goes, well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to crash and I said, yeah, you're going to crash because you're not looking at the road ahead of you. You're not looking at the potholes coming up or maybe a tree that fell in the middle of the road that you got to swerve around because, hey, it's all about thinking on your feet. Just like this flower. A rock in the way grows up around it. I got a tree out here. If you can see it, it like bends this way because it keeps bending to do what it's got to do, and that's what you got to do. You got to bend to do what you got to do. I didn't lose 150 pounds because I was lucky. I didn't lose 150 pounds because I had little portion controlled things that somebody gave to me and I ate. No, I planned out my meals. I did it on my own with the help of the support of the weight loss program that I follow, Exchanges. But somebody didn't come to my house and do it for me. I had a life going on around me, several jobs going on around me, the medical problems, the everyday crap. It's going to happen. There is no good time to do it. Year and a half, a lot happens in a year and a half. I still did it. And you can too. It's great to have support, but remember, you got to be the Rose of Sharon. You got to be the weed. Think like a weed, and bloom where you land.